Let's go from Georgia and take you over to Texas. Go over here now and talk about the Texas situation when it comes to immigration. The president, Chris Tomlinson, joins us, has been campaigning in Texas. Chris is a columnist at the Houston Chronicle, and we want to talk about the border. And, you know, we're just talking about it with the Lake and Riley Act. We talk about it every day in one way, shape, or form. It's interesting to see President Biden go there. I know it's a fundraising trip largely, but actually take on this issue of immigration to some extent. Still advantage Republicans, though?
Oh, absolutely. The level of fear and anxiety around immigration and the influx of undocumented immigrants remains one of the key talking points for Republicans down here.
Let me talk about what the president said. It was a fundraiser last night, so we don't have video of this, but I'll just put up on the screen the comments being attributed to him when I say takes on the Trump on immigration. President Biden, and I quote, "Trump didn't just bring chaos to Americans, he also brought chaos to the American border. Unlike Trump, I'm not going to demonize immigrants." So I think it was a time that this president wouldn't talk about it at all, but now maybe feels like he has to, or does feel like there's some politics or some political issues in which he can win on. What do you think?
He has to address it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the largest concerns among American voters, both Democratic and Republican. You look at the influx of immigrants into cities like Chicago and New York and Denver, and it's raised anxiety or even among Biden supporters. So he needs to address it. He needs to have a message on it. And I think we'll see more of this idea that immigration and crime are two separate issues. They're not one and the same.
What about this SB 4 law in Texas that's been going back and forth on that? I mean, what's been the reaction in the state to it? You know, obviously the local authorities, the push has been for them to have more authority, but one day it's one way and one day it's the other way, and we don't know how it's all going to end up.
Well, SB 4 was in effect for about 9 hours yesterday, and it was complete chaos, both in the courts, in the hearings, with law enforcement along the border. It's very confusing what the Supreme Court did by extending an injunction against the law and then retracting it on procedural grounds. Then we saw this Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals jump in and call an emergency hearing yesterday morning and extend the injunction. Right now, SB 4 cannot be enforced. And based on the comments from the presiding judge, Priscilla Richmond, yesterday, she doesn't show any inclination to allow this law to take effect.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I was reading that as well. But what do you mean by chaos in terms of the practical application of chaos? We know it was chaotic in the courts, but was it chaotic on the ground there from what you were observing or picking up?
Well, it was chaotic in the immigration courts and in the state courts because, remember, Texas is arresting people who have come across the border illegally.
Yep.
But they are arresting them on trespassing, state trespassing charges, that kind of thing. And so for a moment there, those state judges that were hearing cases for trespassing suddenly thought they had an opportunity to order a deportation. And there was a lot of confusion about whether that was actually the case.
Okay, that makes sense. That would create a lot of confusion. All right, we'll keep following this. We'll see how it ends up in the courts. Always good to talk to you, Chris. We appreciate the insights. Chris Tomlinson with the Houston Chronicle with us today. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.